Subscribe Dr. Sadik Mathematics channel for getting more online videos. D square plus 3d plus 2 of y, that is equal to x e power x sin x. If you observe here, x means case 3, e power x means case 1, sin x is case 2, but we have product here. How to find solution of this differential equation? Today we discuss problems on xv. What friends? Problems on xv. X degree is here 1. Let us see the problem, friends. Solve the differential equation d square plus 3d plus 2 of y, that is equal to x e power x sin x. This is previous year question, friends, very important. Let us see the solution. What is complete solution here? Also complete solution, that is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. What friends? Complementary function plus particular integral. Put subheading complementary function. It is already in symbolic form, friends. Symbolic form. So you write auxiliary equation. What friends? Auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation means y coefficient, that is equal to 0. So we get here d square plus 3d plus 2, that is equal to 0. Now 1 into 2, we get here 1 into 2, 2. Now we know 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. So it can be written as d square plus 1d plus 2d plus 2, that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Now from the first two terms, taking common d, we get d here 1 plus rest of the two terms taking common 2, friends. So we get here d plus 1, that is equal to 0. Now enter this expression, you can take in common d plus 1, that is d plus 1, then we get here d plus 2, that is equal to 0. Clearly, what are the roots here? D plus 1, that is equal to 0, that we get we get minus 1. Here also we get minus 2. So the roots are minus 1 comma minus 2, distinct roots. So what is complementary function here? Complementary function c1 e power minus x plus c2 e power minus 2x. c2 e power minus 2x. You highlight this complementary function, friends. Complementary function. Now put subheading particular integral. Particular integral. Okay, particular integral. Now what is expression here? D square plus 3d plus 2. So you write here 1 by d square plus 3d plus 2 plus 2. What is function? X e power x sin x. X e power x sin x. X e power x sin x. So that is equal to now if you observe here, we have e power x, it is like e power ax into v, friends. E power ax into v. So apply case 4, friends. Here you write e power ax, left hand side this expression. So you get here e power x divided by 1 divided by, replace d by x coefficient 1. So d plus 1 whole square plus 3 into d plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. What are the rest of the terms here? X sin x, x sin x, x sin x. So that is equal to e power x into 1 by 1 upon expand friends. We get here d square plus 2d, 1 square is 1, plus multiply with 3, 3d, 3 ones are 3, plus 2 into x sin x, x sin x. That is equal to e power x 1 by d square 2d plus 3d. We get here 5d, 5d, 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6. We get here plus 6 into x sin x, x sin x. Now we have one formula friends here. Whenever you observe x degree is 1, x degree is 1. So we have one formula, that is 1 by f of d x v friends. Here x degree is 1. When it is useful friends? When x degree is 1. So that is equal to x minus 1 by f of d, 1 by f of d, f dash of d, bracket close, 1 by f of d into v friends. This is very very important. Once again the formula is here 1 by f of d xv. When it is useful friends? When the degree is 1. Okay, generally we can apply the concept of x power m into v friends, but particular this problem we have to apply this formula friends. What is formula? X, okay, minus 1 by f of d. You write simply here what we have here, 1 by f of d, and derivative of this f of d write in the numerator friends, that is f dash of d, into again you write 1 by f of d into v, this v friends, this v. Okay, now I want to write like that friends. So that is equal to e power x bracket x minus 1 by f of d. 1 by f of d is d square plus 5d plus 6, 5d plus 6. F dash of d, f dash of d means derivative of this one friends, derivative of this one. So derivative of d square is, we get 2d, derivative of 5d is, derivative of d is 1, so get here 5, plus derivative of constant is 0. So finally we get here 2d plus 5 into 1 by f of d, 1 by f of d. So 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6, 5d plus 6 into v, v means sin x, sin x. Now we have sin x here friends, so replace d square by minus 1 square. So a is 1 here, so replace d square by minus 1 square. So e power x, that is equal to e power x bracket x minus 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6, d square plus 5d plus 6, derivative of this, so 2d plus 5 bracket close, 1 by here replace minus 1 square friends. I want to write here minus 1 square plus 5d, minus 1 square plus 5d plus 6 into sin x, into sin x. So that is equal to e power x minus 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6 into 2d plus 5 bracket close, minus 1 plus 6 friends, we get plus 5. So taking count 5 friends, so I want to write here this plus 5. So we get here we got taking count 5 here, so we get d plus, we get 5 here, taking count 5 here, we get 1. But we have sin x here friends, sin x. When we can replace here friends? When only then when it has d square. So simply here rationalizing the denominator. What is the rationalizing factor here friends? Rationalizing factor d minus 1. So d minus 1 by d minus 1. D minus 1, that is equal to e power x by 5. This is common, x minus 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6. This is common. 2d plus 5 is also common. Okay, bracket close. Here we get d minus 1 by d plus 1 into d minus 1. So d square minus 1 into sin x. D square minus 1 into sin x. Now we replace d square by minus 1 square. What friends? Minus 1 square. Minus 1 minus 1. We get minus 2. So that is equal to e power x by, we get minus 2 friends. So minus 2 into 5, minus 10. So we write here minus 10 into x minus 1 by d square. This is common. 5d plus 6 into 2d plus 5. Bracket close. Now multiply with sin x friends. Derivative of sin x is d means differentiation with respect to x. So derivative of sin x is cos x minus 1 into sin x. It is sin x. Sin x. So now multiply with cos x minus sin x friends. Next place I want to write e power minus e power x by 10. So that is equal to minus e power x by 10. We have x here, x into cos x minus sin x. X into cos x minus sin x, bracket close, and then minus 1 by minus 1 by minus 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6 into 2d plus 5. 2d plus 5. I want multiply with cos x and sin x friends. Okay, directly apply here. So into we get cos x and then minus sin x. Okay, please remember, into cos x minus into minus plus, we get here plus 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6 into 2d plus 5 into sin x, bracket close, because we have multiply with finally minus e power x by 10. Please remember. So that is equal to minus e power x by 10 x into cos x minus sin x, minus here x coefficient is 1. So replace d square by minus 1 square. That means we get here 6 minus 1, 5. Okay. So here I can take in common 5 friends. So we get here 5 into d plus 1 into 2d plus 5. Again we have cos x friends here. We need here d square. So multiply with rationalizing factor. What is rationalizing factor here? D minus 1. So d minus 1 by d minus 1 into cos x plus here also replace d square by minus 1 square. We get here 5d plus 5, taking common 5, we get here 1 by 5, taking common 5, d plus 1. Here also we need d square. So multiply with the rationalizing factor, d minus 1 by d minus 1 into here sin x, bracket close. So that is equal to minus e power x plus x by 10 bracket x into cos x minus sin x, bracket close, and then we have minus here, right? Minus multiply with this one friends, 2 into 2d into d, we get here 2d square, okay, bracket here, minus 2d plus 5d, we get here plus 3d, okay, minus 2d plus 5d, okay, plus 3d, 5 into minus 1, we get here minus 5, divided by d plus 1 into d minus 1, d square minus 1. So here replace d square by minus 1, so minus 1 minus 1 minus 2, minus 2 into 5, I get minus 10, so minus into minus plus 10, okay, we get here cos x. Here if I observe friends, here I think here also same, d square 2d plus 5, d minus 1, d minus 1, here also we get here 2d square plus 3d minus 5 by, here also we get to minus 10 friends, minus 10. So here we have plus here, so that we get here minus 10 into sin x, Please don't forget to put bracket friends, put bracket. Okay, the next step is, that is equal to minus e power x by 10 bracket x into cos x minus sin x, cos x minus sin x, and then plus 1 by 10 bracket here friends, first term derivative of cos x is minus sin x, I want to write here d of cos x is, sorry, d of cos x is minus sin x, d square of cos x is minus cos x. So here d square of cos x is minus cos x, so minus multiply with 2 friends, we get a minus 2 cos x, the derivative of cos x is minus sin x, so we get here minus 3 sin x, minus 3 sin x, and then multiply with minus 5 into cos x, we get a minus 5 cos x, minus 5 cos x, plus, here also not plus, here I think minus minus 1 by 10, here derivative of sin x is cos x, d square of sin x is minus sin x, so here we get here 2, d square of sin x is minus cos x, so minus 2 sin x, plus 3 into cos x, minus 5 into sin x, bracket close, again total bracket put here. So that is equal to minus e power x by 10 into x of cos x minus sin x plus 1 by 10 here, minus 2 cos x minus 5 cos x, so we get here minus 7 cos x minus 3 sin x, 3 sin x. Here also you get here minus 1 by 10 minus 2 sin x minus 5 sin x. So you get a minus 7 sin x plus 3 cos x, 3 cos x. Okay friends, now multiply with minus e power x by 10 friends. We get here, we get minus e power x by 10 into x cos x minus put bracket here sin x bracket close. Now multiply minus into plus minus e power x by 10 into 10 100 bracket. We get here, I think here also we can take in common e power minus x by 100 friends. So we get here, so we get a minus 7 cos x minus 3 sin x, okay, minus 7 sin x plus 3 cos x bracket close. Okay. So that is equal to minus e power x by 10 x of cos x minus sin x plus e power x by 100 into 7 cos x plus 3 cos x friends. We get here 10 cos x plus 3 sin x minus 7 sin x. So we get here minus 4 sin x. Now multiply with e power x by 100 friends, e power x by 100. So that is equal to, get here minus e power x by 10 into x cos x minus sin x plus this 10 in 100 10 times, so e power x cos x by 10. So plus e power x cos x by 10 minus this 4 in 100 25 times, so e power x sin x by 25 minus e power x sin x by 25, which is required particular integral, So what is complete solution friends? So y that is equal to, what is complementary function? So c1 e power minus x plus c2 e power minus 2x. So c1 e power minus x plus c2 e power minus 2x. c1 e power minus x plus c2 e power minus 2x plus, what is complementary function here? Multiply with minus here, we get here x e power x by 10 into sin x minus and minus plus, so we get sin x minus and plus minus, so we get here minus cos x plus e power x cos x by 10 minus e power x sin x by 25, which is the required solution of given problem friends. Is the required solution of given problem. So once again friends, so what I observe here, x e power x sin x friends, so it is entirely different function. Okay, so far we learn x sin x or e power x sin x like this friends, but we have three functions here, x e power x sin x. For such type of problems we can find particular integral form friends. Let us see how it is. So first such type of problems also, what is complete solution, complementary function plus particular integral. So it is already in symbolic form, so write auxiliary equation. So this is auxiliary equation, friends. So if it is equal to 0, then we get the roots minus 1 comma minus 2. So it is complementary function is c1 e power minus x plus c2 e power minus 2x. So next I want to find particular integral here. I write here 1 by d square plus 3d plus 2 x e power x sin x. I mainly observe here e power x, friends. So it is like e power ax into v. So it is case 4. So I write here e power x left hand side here, and then replace d by d plus 1, friends. So d plus 1 whole square plus 3 into d plus 1 plus 2 into x sin x. So I simplify it, then I got here e power x 1 by d square plus 5d plus 6 into x sin x. What I mainly observe here, x degree is 1. So of course we have x power m v, friends, but that formula it is not suitable here. So that whenever x degree is 1, we can use this formula, friends. So what is formula? X minus 1 by f of d into f dash of d into 1 by f of d v, friends. When it is useful, friends? When x degree is 1. Okay, please remember here once again 1 by f of d xv, that is equal to x minus 1 by f of d into f dash of d into 1 by f of d into v, friends. So I apply that formula here. Okay, and then I observe here sin x, so trigonometric function replace d square by minus 1 square. Then I got here d plus 1. So whenever it is trigonometric function we need here d square, so I rationalize here d minus 1 by d minus 1. Again we get a d square minus 1 here. So I replace d square by minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. So get a minus 2 into 5 is minus 10. So minus 1 by 10 here. And then I multiply with d minus 1 with cos sin x, friends. So we get here derivative of sin x is cos x minus 1 into sin x is sin x, friends. And then I multiply with cos x and sin x here. And then again it is trigonometric function. I replace d square by minus 1 square and taking common 5 here. Again we get d here in the denominator. So again I rationalize here. Same thing apply to sin x. Okay. Now then I multiply with 2d plus 5d minus 1 here, and denominator d square minus 1, and we get I think minus d square minus 1 minus 2. So I get here plus here, and the second term plus here we get negative here. Okay, minus 1 by 10. And then I multiply with cos x, friends, here, and here sin x. Okay, sin x, and simplify it, and then finally I get here. Minus e power x by 10x of cos x minus sin x plus e power x cos x upon 10 minus e power x sin x upon 25. Finally, I add complementary function and particular integral. Then we get the required solution of given problem. This type of problems frequently asked in external exam, friends. So this is very, very important. You have to practice twice and thrice, friends. Okay, this is a lengthy problem, even though you practice twice and thrice perfectly, friends. Hope you understand. Thank you for watching this video. Jai Hind.